All right, we got someone in. I haven't spoken a word to him yet. As you can hear, you can probably hear by the familiarity you have with his breathing. Anyway, here he is. How are you, brother?
Yeah, good, yourself?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Breathing, yeah.
Yeah, you were breathing over there. You were working hard.
Oh, man, yeah. I was busting my hole out.
So for everyone who's just tuning in, obviously we have Lachlan. He's back. Lachlan and I have not spoken more than just simply one text. Which, what did I say in the text? Or something like, you were right in it. You said your hand was blowing up.
Yeah.
So we've saved it all, the whole conversation for right now. So, man, tell me about it. You and Krasi.
Like, if I'm being honest with myself, it was exactly as hard as I was hoping and thought it would be. Obviously, I went in there mad cocky, but that's, part of the game, innit? It's part of the game. Krasi's Krasi's how many times world champ?
Yeah, a bunch.
Lost to another multiple world champ.
Yeah.
I keep headbutting the roof, and anyway, it was super even. Here's what it is, I made I think one primary tactical error, even though my hand was all blown up, which was kind of a preparation error, and then my comp day nutrition and intake was outside of what I normally do. It was too much ramen. Smashing down the ramen, man. And I just blew up. I had an almighty pump in my hand that I've never had before. We don't experience in training from week to week. So there was that, and then slipping. I mean, he was doing what I do to people. Motherfucker trying to slip out, and I just should have pushed my elbow down and just gone out backwards, because trying to go out through the bottom. What happened?
Hey, I thought you actually did well in the endurance respect. You did better than I thought you were going to do. I thought Krasi was going to run away with it if it became a war early on. I thought he'd have better endurance, but your arm looked real good in the endurance factor relative to him.
Yeah, that was something he was like, I thought his endurance was going to be awful. He was like, that was pretty good. I think it's something that Christo mentioned to me, that running foul, because he said that running foul, you didn't actually gain anything by that little elbow bubble. He goes, in East vs West, we wouldn't have called it.
It did my head in, man. I was throwing stuff at the television just about.
Yeah,
I didn't even see it. I was like, I don't know.
Oh, I saw it. There was definitely a bubble.
When was it?
It was before I transitioned in. I was trying to transition into the press. I kind of went, boop, that didn't work. Let's, readjust. Boop, that didn't work. I think it was the second attempt out of that one. But, I saw it bobble. Like you said, in East vs West, they don't call the bobbles. It's based on if it was an advantage.
I want to know, because I don't think it happened in your match, but I did see it in Matei Urangi's. Was the night meant to be running fouls or not?
So the rules were a big old elbow foul. That was just foul.
So what? I know this is getting onto a different one. We can talk about this later, maybe. But let's just pin this. Why on earth was Lars Rabakin given a restart in round one when Matei Urangi flashed him?
I think it was a big enough foul.
On Lars?
Perhaps.
How do you get saved by your own foul when you just get flash pinned on a running foul system? Yeah. Piss me off. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But back to you.
So slipping was not ideal, and I had no hand. I couldn't even close my hand. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So it came down to, thank God he's just put me into here, and it was just biceps and triceps. So I technically got 2 pins, but they were the rule sets that I was aware of. That's what we signed up for. So I only got the one. I gave him one for free, trying to slip, and he just flashed me straight to the pad, and I was like, I hate getting pinned doing that bullshit. So look, learning experience. Will I make the mistakes again? No.
It's interesting, because I think that there was evidence there enough that you were strong enough on the night to have won the match. If all things were navigated perfectly, if you had the time again, do you think you could have won the match?
Yeah, exactly. If we just rerun it,
just turn the clock back
and
go again,
would have won.
With the knowledge of what you felt.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what would you have changed?
comp day.
Round one. No, just right from ready to go. Round one, what are you doing?
Round 1. So I haven't actually seen the match yet.
Oh, shit. You haven't seen the match?
No, I haven't seen the match.
I don't have it.
Okay, so round 1, what I do is, you know me, I kind of grab low, right?
Yeah.
That didn't really work for him. You know, I kind of, we got out
He
here,
teed off,
here for
didn't
a bit, and then I went into a press. He just twisted me way up, and I let go of my hand, and I was like, okay, I need to get up in his hand. So the next setup was when I got in his hand, and I won that one. And I think that was in straps too. So really comfortable.
I think in straps you were solid. I think you were going to win every round in straps.
Yeah.
And I think he knew that. So he was like, I ain't going there. I ain't going there.
Yeah, he did. Because in straps, even when he he did get the start on me, but I stopped him like kind of right here, and I had my pronation up, and I was like, oh yeah, I felt pretty. I could feel my rotation going through him. So I was like, all right, so run the match again. I think I did enough to warrant a rematch at some point pretty soon. Not like a long one. I didn't get pumped like I did against Irakli or Toddzilla, where it's like, okay, you need to really fucking earn a rematch. This one's right there.
This one's like, 3 months' time we could go again, sort of thing.
Yeah, like if he's keen, I know he's keen to start rising through the ranks. He has had a bit of a hiatus, and this was kind of the beginning of him coming back up. So obviously I'm really keen to see him do really well. But, so Krasi, anything you need, man. Look, match how it went. I had 2 major lessons from that, and strength wasn't an issue.
I from the outside perspective, and as your mate and as someone who knows you well on the table, I chose to before you left be a little bit quiet. I didn't say everything that I thought because I thought you've got a plan, you're going to run with it, and you did, and you almost pulled it off. There was something in me that was worried about round 1, you looking for the strap. I feel like had you have just scared him round 1, because you won a round out of straps, didn't you? That one with the elbow foul.
Yeah.
Had that have been round 1 where you came at him kind of thing and made him be the person needing the strap, I think you'd have been up 2-0. You would have got the job done and it would have been over. No, I mean...
Yeah. Look, it could have gone... That's the thing about this match is it's something I keep on hearing, that it could have gone either way.
It could have. It was the match of the night.
Yeah, it was back and forth. So, anyway, out of that, super happy I was able to obviously provide, entertainment, because I think all the other matches were pretty one-sided.
Outside of the straps, when you were, by like round 3 was the one where you slipped and lost.
Yeah.
Round 4 though, you recognised, okay, I can't slip without losing.
That was the one that I technically won.
Yeah. And round 4, when you said I have to hold on and I have to win, were you scared? Like which were you more scared of? Going too far forward and losing your hand, or going too far back and losing access to power and side? Like what was the bigger risk? Because Krasi looked like he was floating there, waiting for you to decide, and it was like was it the speed of Krasi or was it his hand? What was it?
He had faster wrist flexion.
Yep.
So I was just on the back foot. So I got to a point and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to beat him off the goes. Let's just stop trying to waste my energy trying to beat him off the go. It came down to, okay, let's just try and get into a good enough position where I can pump the brakes. And just have him just go, okay, he's going to pull here. Let's just stop him here as tight as we can.
Round 1, I'm curious. Did you play when you stopped him? Or was that, were you fully killer instinct the whole time ready to pin? Because I don't know whether it was still, because you came in with a lot of bravado. Yeah. You were there saying you're going to dominate. When you stopped him round 1, I saw that look on your face of like, I gotcha. And was there mental games going on there? Could you have done more if there was urgency, or was that red line?
That round, I should have been more patient. I moved to the press just a little bit too soon, but yeah, I got into a good spot.
Because you didn't know that you actually had enough endurance yet, did you? Like you discovered that later on. So,
I was just like, just hold him out, because I felt him fading in the second round, and I even said it to Mate Warangi, and I was like, I can feel him fading, but my hand was like, thunk.
so round one, had you have just been more patient and held on, that could have changed things again.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was right there. Hey, bloody hell.
Right there. But good thing is, we'll see him again. Oh, he hasn't agreed to it, but and then obviously the last round he didn't want to do it, and I.
You called him a big baby. I like that. It made us laugh. It was good.
Ray was like humble in defeat.
No, I think it's fair enough. I like when you're that close to someone, you want the data. I don't care about the score. I want the data. I want the experience. We're here. Let me fight again. Come on.
Well, the argument was,
it would have been frustrating.
Yeah, the argument was, you hear me on the video. I don't know if it'll make the final edit, but if you watch the pay-per-view, I said last round, and he was like, I'm done. I'm done. And I was like, I'm not. Get on the table.
Yeah. We saw it. I saw it.
He didn't want it.
Yeah. So, Krassi's been pulling a long time.
Yeah.
He's got the World Championships. The physicality appearance between you guys, like you looked the stronger man, visibly. What did you feel within your chain that was different? Was he muscularly strong? Was he connective tissue strong? What did you feel?
Having spoken to him, he was like, I've stopped doing weights. I'm going back to the Bulgarian way of arm wrestling 3-4 times a day. There was definitely, like I said, all I can really put it down to was his wrist flexion was faster, and from that point,
you were out of position slightly. Yeah.
Out of position, but I was still strong enough for, felt like, I can hold you out here for longer than you can hold here.
Yeah. He acknowledged that in the post-match interview as well.
Super surprised I was able to bring him back over and,
Did he talk about straps with you? Did he say how much he didn't like the idea of going to the strap again?
I didn't really speak to him after, because he just gapped and had to get on a plane. So all of that, like asking about his training and all that, because I was like, man, you look small. And he was like, yeah, I haven't been doing weights. It's just been pure arm wrestling. So, and we know when he's done that before, he's been in good shape. So people kind of keep on saying that Krassi's, washed up and stuff. And yeah, sure, he's had a bit of a hard run recently, but against people around his own weight, I think he lost to Irakli.
That's the thing about this sport. You can't really get washed up in this sport. Unless you get a serious injury, you just keep getting better. And we're seeing it particularly with people like Devon. If you stay active, you get better. You get gnarly.
Yeah, I think he was focusing on a family for a bit, but he seems like he's
got the hunger.
He's got that back, and I think he's been training pretty hard. So I think, like I said, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day whatever version of this person or that person comes to the table. We're all getting better. So,
What was your impression of Mate Warangi's performance?
I thought he was going to win. He was looking real good, but Lars had kind of proven a point that I've been kind of harping on about recently. The body weight just doesn't help. You can only be as big as you, kind of getting too big and putting on weight. Like I did it when I was 122 kilos.
Yep.
I was getting pins and needles in my hand. I couldn't, weak hand. And then I lost weight. My hand came back. And then Lars has gone from 140 kilos, famously having no hand and just pure press, to
106 or 7.
Yeah, 106 or something, like light and lean,
and
he's
had
got
hand control.
Yeah. And beat Mate Warangi in a fashion that I didn't. I finished all of them pretty much in a press, except for the first kind of preliminary rounds down in Deepwater. But Lars was he was in real good form. I'm glad to see him back. He was just getting the go, putting Mate Warangi on his bicep, and it's a tough match.
The fitness of Lars was pretty evident. I know that Mate Warangi sweats pretty early. He gets puffed being as big as he is, but the contrast between those two guys on the screen was like, it looked like Mate Warangi was pouring sweat and Lars dry as a bone.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably say the same about Krasie, like he
Yeah.
just, yeah, like I'm blowing, I'm huffing and puffing. I got no cardio. I started doing cardio, by the way.
Oh, did you?
I was like,
Well, on the way home?
the second I got home, I was like, I started rucking. I got a weight vest, and yeah, just started.
Okay.
I was like, I
Yeah.
need more cardio. Yeah, I'm in shape and I'm lean. I
Mm.
don't have cardio.
It's funny how your most recent match or your closest opponent that you're kind of chasing in your mind shapes a lot of who you become.
Yeah, I mean that's true. My next match is like I'm going to out cardio him like mad. There's not going to be a problem there, but I can't announce that one yet. I'll wait for them to announce it. But you'll laugh.
Yeah.
You'll laugh. I laughed and I was like, man, whatever.
Nice.
It might be good. But yeah, I've been saying I need cardio the last couple matches.
There you go.
But I've won, so I've not really been inclined to bother with my own advice. But now I'm gonna be a good boy.
Yeah. What was it like watching John and Alexi?
Alexi, what an interesting chap he is.
Yeah, without, I'm curious to see what you say on screen. He appeared very nervous at first for the match. Whether his heart was in it or not, he tried hard. I feel like John played with him a bit. Alexi got back in, but then he seemed real timid again after the match. Was like he's unsure of himself.
I couldn't work Alexi out.
Does he speak English at all? Was it all?
Little bit. He's got. How do I put this diplomatically? There's a side to him that I was surprised to see. Potentially a little bit disappointed, and we saw it kind of all blow up. Like the stuff that was public was someone got excited and yelled out "F yeah" whatever for that John won, and then Alexi took that like he was saying "F you."
We did see the reaction on screen, but
yeah, right, and it was like that weird kind of oversensitive behavior had carried on into different parts of the trip.
well, he is a politician as well, or he's dabbled in politics. So, like,
Yeah.
obviously, Russia and politics with the rest of the world's pretty intense, I guess.
It's intense.
Was there that? Did he was he? I assume someone must have called out "Go Ukraine" or something like that.
Yeah, no, it was nothing like that. He's just, like I said, I think it's flew off the handle a few times at things that didn't warrant doing that. It was kind of an oversensitive, kind of like
a language barrier, perhaps as well.
maybe, but like when you stand face to face with someone who had politely spoken to you and said, "Come to Russia," in a very threatening manner, you go, "Oh." Anyway, there's a story that people go, what is he talking about? I ain't saying nothing, but yeah, it's one of those things that like John is like cool as a cucumber, right?
Yeah.
He's the coolest cat. Like he don't get bothered by nothing. So there was this Alexi that was like super humble, super polite, super, like nice. And then there's these little snippets of like Jake said his name is Vovoda. And he was like, it's Voivoda. And I was like, well, it's spelt Vovoda for everywhere. The Y is new. I've not seen the Y in there before. Like, you just threw that in there.
Yeah.
Can't get pissy for people mispronouncing your name. Very
just
Russian
ask
name.
Matei Orangi.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't say nothing. Like,
Yeah, I that poor bastard. It took me 8 years to get his name right out of the decade that I've known him. But that's interesting stuff.
yeah, it was cool meeting him. Definitely, legend of the sport. But for those who had the, is Alexi, if he wins this, is the GOAT?
Oh no,
Nah. Even if he ever won it, there's nothing that man could have ever have done to be the GOAT over John Brzezinski. Like John just embodies that.
Yeah, John's performance was really impressive. My gut feel was saying Alexi was the favourite going in. I thought Alexi's got way more to lose. He won't want to have two comebacks fail. He's going to come in really hot, and he'd been training with the camp he was in was with Saplenkov and Morozov and Dadakan, and I'm like, this guy's going to be ready. But he looked super nervous, and
yeah, there was that. But I called it beforehand that when I got asked for a prediction, I haven't seen Alexi train his hand really at all throughout the training that he's put up. And, it's like, cool, you've got all arm, but your arm don't mean nothing when you get twisted up by John's massive mitt, who is all hand and technique, obviously. And when I was there and I was looking at it in person, I was like, nah, John's got it.
Yeah. There you go.
Dominantly.
There you go. So overall, good time over there?
Oh, it was an amazing time. The crew at Dubai, I don't know if you saw the outtakes. It's just, I'm obviously quite comfortable with them.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we did. That was very lucky. That was very lucky.
Yeah, had me some blooper reels in there. So super good crew. Always really fun. They do put you to work in Dubai. Obviously, there's it's not crazy or anything like that, but we do have a fair bit of stuff that we got to do, which is they make it super fun. So no big deal. It's pretty cool to hang out. So
yeah, good
awesome
stuff.
trip.
So in a I know you've got another match that you can't announce yet coming up.
It's January 6th. I can say it's at Knuckles Up. That's what I can say.
Where to for training from here? Where to in the sense of you taking a breather, or is it still bang on hard through to January?
Well, I kind of have some forced time off, which is a good thing because I went and done all of this.
Yep.
So can't really. I got a week where I'm not.
Yeah, no
really
straps.
allowed to.
Can you imagine putting a strap and me getting in the King's move? How much did chew that up?
It'd hurt. Cause
it'd make a mess, wouldn't it?
It's a big old scab right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, no straps for 2 weeks. Not a bad thing considering the opponent that I got coming up.
Yeah.
Not mad at it whatsoever, but I've got another week or so where I can't really do much. But forced rest for me is a good thing.
It's a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does play with your head a bit, but coming off an international match, you feel like it's a good thing, eh?
I think it could be a good reset. So when I actually do get the green light to train again, once the skin is healed, I'm going to be out of my mind and ready to just go full ball. So, in a way, I think it's a good thing. It'll give me some some mental refresh. Not that I feel like I want nor need that, and that feels torturous in itself. But, yeah, in terms of training, a couple of things going on. Hermes is interested with some secret trainings. Got a voice message from him, and I was like, all right, let's see what this is about.
He's probably trying to do the pronation lifts and rises. Must have pissed him off losing to Devon like that.
What he said was that he goes, 2 years ago I was doing this exercise and it got my hand to a point that it was too strong for my arm. So I stopped training it and now my arm's too strong with my hand and it was a big mistake. So I'm going back to this. And I was like, all right.
Round and round we go, isn't it?
Round and round we go. In terms of everything else, like I said, it was just my hand blew up. So I knew what I did wrong there in terms of my intake for the day. And just going to keep shit the same as I always have. I know Toddzilla is a big proponent for ramen, which is where I got the idea from.
As in ramen noodles?
Yeah, ramen noodles. Yeah.
What the hell's the story? I haven't heard this. What's the ramen noodle story?
It's just carbs and salt.
Okay.
That's just all it is. It's just mega dose of carbs and salt.
I know that I feel best when my prep is eat more food than I can handle. I don't know.
Yeah, so that slows me down. Where I've felt the best and where I always hit my PRs and all that sort of stuff is when I've just eaten the same thing for the day. I don't go in there having done anything special. It's just any old day. My body ain't freaking out because it's got extra in it. It's just doing the thing, and I kind of let my training and the peak do its.
Good stuff. Hey, so last question, then I'll let you go. Rematch 2 weeks from now. What's your confidence level on Krasi?
Oh, super high. I know
he's going to be so offended seeing this.
But he probably the hubris of
He'll be
guy.
sighing right now, rolling his eyes.
No, and everyone will be like, whatever. No, like I said, we rerun it. I reckon I win because not going to go in with a pumped up hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I might actually be able to get the slip. Slipping would obviously be a huge priority. And I felt like my pronation was secure in the strap. Didn't take his hand, obviously, but that's not my goal. It's just to get his rotation, which I did.
You couldn't slip up high? You kept bailing underneath?
Well, the one slip I did
Was it because
get
your hand was already gassed?
was out high, but I couldn't do it because I had...
Your hand was gassed.
Yeah, my thumb... I couldn't even close my hand. It was like... Just complete... It was more blown up than it's ever been. And I was like, man, like, and you know me, I need my hand on my wrist. Yeah. And I just... Yeah. So that blew up worse than it ever has. So yeah, know what I did wrong there. But next time, yeah, I'll just be pushing my elbow down and just
doing the Lachlan salt bay slip.
Well, no, that was when I tried to slip. I rocked back like this with my elbow, and that's where I was. It was no good. So to be like I said, plant my elbow and just rise out would have got the job done. But yeah. Yeah, I know he'll be rolling his eyes at that, but I think he probably knows it too. Like it was that close. Yeah, he felt it. He didn't want that in the straps, so he might say no to the match. The fans will be like, "Don, can you pay him more money, get him on the table?"
Well, he called out, or he said that he wanted Todd Hutchins at the end of it. I feel like you wanted Todd Hutchins as well at King of the Table. As a follow up, like was that known before you guys started with like was there? I'm not to spoil King of the Table's announcements or anything, but I think everyone wouldn't be surprised if your match was a qualifier for Todd.
Yeah, had I won, it probably would have been on the. That wasn't said out loud. Yeah, it's just logically.
This is what everyone's thinking.
Yeah, it's what I would. Yeah, it's what I would do, but Yeah. So from here, I've just got to wait longer.
Krasi said that he wants to pull Todd next, and he may get it, King of the Table. You've pulled both those guys. They're both world-class hookers, both multiple world champions. You did better against Krasi, but I think you've grown a lot since then. Who's a harder day stylistically for you?
Todd's a harder day for me stylistically, I think.
Okay.
It's just that constant, unending back pressure from Todd. That would make it, if he gets the center line, that he just doesn't give up there. He doesn't fade.
Yeah.
Where Krasi
fades at center.
He was fading in near pin, and I was out my bicep. I could feel him fading, just on pure bicep, which tells me that Todd would be harder. Yeah.
Todd, you'd feel compelled if you were in a stopped match with him. You'd feel compelled that you got to somehow get his hand and wrist. Where Krasi, you go for the arm?
Yeah. Arm and rotation with and as soon as I was able to get on Krasi's bicep, press down on him, and that was... Yeah,
it didn't look like there was any doubt. You could see it. As soon as you were inching towards it, we knew that, here it comes. It's just, 1, 2, 3, there it goes.
Yeah, so. I mean, Todd doesn't have a press. So, I mean, between them two, it would be interesting, but for me, Todd is a more difficult match for me, I think. Like, just stylistically, strength levels aside.
Well, there we go. Yeah, man. Well, congratulations either way. It was fun to watch.
Fun to watch, definitely. As with all these things, I come back having learned some things, and it's just onwards and upwards from here. So
I can't promise you I can hook with you at training, but I can King's move.
It's fine. And ultimately, what I am really happy about. For years now, we've been searching what my level is. We don't know where we are. I either have, historically, I either get smoked or I do the smoking. This time, because it was even, it's like, all right,
we know the level.
I'm at Krasi's level. Yeah. The thing is we don't know what Krasi's level is right now, having come back after a little bit of a
we need Krasi to go and show us his level.
Exactly. So, I mean, if he beats Todd, then I'm going to be
He'd be like, hi, Todd.
Yeah, my knees just got a little bit wider.
Nice. Good stuff.
Healthy, no injuries, nothing like that. A little bit of inner elbow, but that's to be expected. But like a little bit, so...
Beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful. Raring to go.
All right, guys, we'll leave it there, but there you have it. Lachlan Adair, he's back. He was close. He reckons he'll get him if he did it again tomorrow. So good stuff, Krasi. You know where to find him. All right, guys. See ya.